the claim, and this is across anything, right? You want some exercise routine, you want to give up some bad habits, smoking, anything. There is such a fixed amount as 21 days, and what they say is that it's a scientifically proven duration that it takes to form a habit. So is that what you are saying, that there's actually no such thing? There's no such scientifically proven figure of how long it takes to develop a habit?
They have done certain experiments. It on an average from 21, 40 days, sometimes 40 days, sometimes 21 days, but it depends which habit. Right. But when we are talking about looking at our chitta vritti, our practice is that looking at the whole pattern of the habits, whole set of habits. So we cannot limit it with this to that particular. So in this case, we cannot say that many days if you do yogic practice, you can start getting control on it.
The yogic practice we are talking about at this point, are we talking about asanas and pranayamas, or are we talking about meditation, or are we talking about the study of the sutras, what we are doing right now? What exactly do you mean by being in the yoga, or do you mean everything?
When we say that this is a time of practice of yoga, and what about the other time, what you are doing at the other time? It means other times I'm just following my habits. I will follow my habits. I will give only 1 hour to yoga, where I'm just observing habits. It's not going to work like that. So for a long time, with full of respect into it, means as much possible, I just observe myself. Because there is no loss in your work. If you observe yourself, you don't lose the efficiency of your work. If you're working in office, if you are working on computer or something, like any work you do, earning money, or if you're studying or if you are a student, if you are a lawyer, if you're an engineer, it doesn't affect your skills, but it can improve your skills for sure if you will observe yourself, how you work, how you react, how you act, how it affects you, the memories yesterday, and how it affects you, how anxious you are, what is going to happen. If you observe all these things, definitely it's going to improve the skills of your work, but it's not take anything from you. Many people comes to me and ask me sometimes that we are having this mental problem, we are feeling stress, anxiety, what we should do, yoga is good for it. But when they say yoga, they mean asanas, pranayama. And then when I tell them the details about yoga, that asana, pranayama are to just make you physically healthy, mentally healthy. So you definitely have more energy, definitely have a more balanced brain. But yoga is another thing. Yoga means complete freedom. Like the highest way of living life. So if you want to follow this way, like you really want to develop this thing inside of you, asana, pranayama, you continue it, it's great. But yoga is not separate from your lifestyle. It is within it. Don't just separate it. Some people have the quality of continuity, as the sutra mentioned, that there should be continuity, there should be respect, and there should be patience. Some people have continuity, but they don't have respect in the practice. They have respect in the goal, what they achieve through the practice. They're not very focused and mentioned for the practice, but what they achieve after that at the end.
They're not interested in the journey. It's some end goal, again, living in the future, that in the future I will achieve something. That's why this makes sense. But the journey is not respected, as the sutra says.
Exactly. They're not interested in journey. Some people are not interested in journey. They're interested in the destination. But there is no destination in life. Life is all about journey. So that's why Patanjali is so smartly saying continuity with full of respect into it for a long time with full of patience.
Wow.
Like if you are doing your practice of, let's take an example of practice of concentration or meditation, what we call meditation, sitting silently, closed eyes, everyday meditation practice. If you do it continually every day, 1 hour without any interruption, if you do it every day, it doesn't take you anywhere until you are not giving your whole attention to it. Whole attention to it means it requires a great care to the practice, a love and affection to a practice, which means the respect to the practice. Respect is not different than the care, the affection, the love.
Yes.
So it's very important to have love into the practice and forget about the time. Your practice is your goal. That's it.
Yeah.
So let the practice become a goal. That's it. There's no other goal.
Yes.
So continuously, I will keep on looking at myself, because looking at myself means looking within. Looking within means finding the truth, because truth is inside. We have been hearing it from many religious people, many saints and sages have been telling us that God is inside, truth is inside. It means looking within, not looking outside.
Yeah.
Some people have quality of continuity but not the quality of respect into the practice. Some people have respect into the practice but not the continuity. Some people are cheaters. They're like, okay, I'll do it tomorrow, I'll do it later or something, but I know its practice is great or something. And some people have both, but they don't have patience. They are like, they lose the patience. How long I will continue it, for what? Three are connected. There is the patience, I mean doing it for a long time, the continuity, and the respect into the practice. If you lose one, other lose.
This reminds me, I heard this very interesting term called quantum happiness. And
Quantum happiness.
Quantum happiness or quantum wellness. It's actually what Patanjali calls patience. I think it's the same thing. Because the idea is that your whole life, your lifestyle, you keep doing things, whether it's meditation, whether it's just mindfulness, always at any given point, mindfulness. You keep at it. And in the moment, you might not see any change, nothing changes really, but you just have faith that this is the way to live your life and you keep at it. And then the word quantum comes in because suddenly, the idea of quantum is a sudden leap, right? A sudden change in your state. So once you just make your lifestyle and make everything about how you live this kind of mindful, peaceful, elevated way, that quantum leap happens. And it's like you're cooking or you're baking something and you put all the ingredients together and you put it in the oven and you're watching it and nothing's happening. And then suddenly it becomes from a dough, it becomes a cake. Suddenly it takes that one moment of change. And that only happens if you allow it to bake, right? Throughout for those 2 hours,
Right.
3 hours, you have to let it keep going. And you just have to have the faith that quantum leap will happen. And
Right.
it sounds like the same thing, basically. It sounds
quite right. Very beautiful example you given. It's even better to understand through it. Quite interesting.
Okay, Vishu, thank you so much. It's been such a great understanding or beginning to understand the significance of practice.
Right.
And how do we actually practice this control of the mind, which is what Yoga Sutras is all about. So if you can just summarize for us, please, these 3 sutras, 12, 13 and 14, so we can have a strong takeaway from the study.
So the 12th sutra is all about like telling how to control the modifications of the mind. It's just mentioning 2 things. One is repeated practice and another is non-attachment. And in the sutra number 13 and 14, Patanjali is describing about repeated practice.
Yes.
What is repeated practice and how it should be done.
Yes.
So in the 13th sutra, Patanjali describing repeated practice is all about looking at yourself within.
Yes.
Like being established within, sitting and like paying attention to what you are doing.
Yes.
How you react, like going within, focusing, understanding your whole pattern.
Yes.
Then in the sutra number 14, Patanjali is telling how it should be, what things should be in the practice. So means for a long time you do your practice for a long time without thinking about how long.
Yes.
With continuity,
yes.
which is very important, means without interruption, and with full of respect, full of your heart. You give your heart into the practice, not only the mind. And then through this you will get a firm ground.
All right, Vishu, thank you so much. It's been so interesting to understand these 3 sutras, and moving forward we will continue to understand how to put everything into practice. Thank you so much.
Thank you.